either my last few days are going to be lived with a bunch of ease, or my body's going to recover and then I'm going to live a long life of ease. But either way, like when I go out, I'm going to have experienced the most peace, the most joy, the most well-being that I've ever had. And that was my North Star, man. So Ryan Luelf, father, husband, entrepreneur, and 2-time stage 4 cancer overcomer. The headaches just would not go away, and they just kept getting stronger, and they were lasting throughout the day, and no amount of pain medicine was doing anything. So I went and saw a friend of mine, and he was a cancer survivor and happened to be an eye doctor, and he was checking my eyes out, and he noticed on my left clavicle a big time swollen lymph node, and he paused and he kind of looked at me and he was like, "Ryan, what is that?" And he said, "You have got to get that checked out immediately." He said, "That is usually a sign that you have stomach cancer." Stage 4 B-cell follicular non-Hodgkin's lymphoma with a tumor load from my groin to my neck, a basketball-sized cluster in my stomach, and I had double pleural effusions where the lungs fill up with fluid, and then I had horrible ascites where the belly gets way out there, distended, and I look at some of the pictures, and if it wasn't me that had went through it, I don't even know if I could believe it. So in those dark moments, I just couldn't stop crying. I was in so much pain. I was in the hospital, and I looked at my wife and I said, "We got to have a conversation about the elephant in the room. I cannot get these thoughts of worry about, what's going to happen to the children if they don't have a father, what's going to happen to you if you're left a widow." It was almost worse than the cancer, was just the thought of what would happen if I wasn't here. She comes into the room one night. I'm in my recliner at the house. She had put the kids to bed. I've got this huge fluid problem. And she says, "Please hold my hand." And she's kind of shaking a little bit, and her lips are shivering. And she looks at me with just the most tender, loving, amazing face. And she says, "Ryan, I will be okay if you die. The kids will be okay if you die." And I can't even tell you, you can see what it does. That was almost 4 years ago, and I can literally recall it and evoke the tears and the emotion, because she did the most precious thing any supporter could have ever done for someone in my scenario. She told me that it was okay if I didn't make it, and say, "You know what? If I can be okay with dying, then I might as well put all my attention and all my energy and all my focus, and let's see if I can figure out how to really live." And so I switched to surrender to, what's the message? What are you trying to communicate? What shifts do I need to make in my life? How do I live differently so that you, my body, would want to actually function and do what you were designed to do? I guess December of 2016, 14 months after my original diagnosis, that I got the clear PET scan, and I was technically in remission. And over the next 6 months in early 2017, we made plans, bought an RV, and decided we were going to travel around the US for at least a year. And in July, I find out I've got stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma again. And this time it showed up in all the same places plus 3 new areas. And it was like, boom. Oh my God. It actually, I think that diagnosis was worse than the original one, because now it was a blow to my ego. I was cancer free. How could this be happening to me again? And then I just remember taking a step back, and I just started talking to the cancer again. And I said, "Okay, cancer, what's the message this time?" I remember thinking, I want to feel okay on the inside even while I'm sick. I didn't know that learning how to be okay with cancer was actually going to do something else for me in the future. It's allowing me today to be okay without it. And that would be my message, is the things that you're the most afraid of dissolve when you face them. So a lot of people will say something like, "Fake it till you make it." And my message is, face it so you'll make it.